Okay, obviously the Premier Q-Line DD1 is not in the same spectrum as the Wraith, even the Skyway. Obviously, especially for somebody with a maybe 50-55 mile an hour arm speed, 300-350 max distance ever on flat ground, this flies more like a Halo Star Mamba, and even a little bit like a trail. So a little bit of turn, a little bit of fade. So we are going to battle the Premier DD1 against, now I'll tell you the truth, it's already kicked my Halo Star Mamba, the Topo Tahoe, out of my bag. This I had to bring with me specifically today so I could do this video, because it's not in my bag anymore, because this was my max distance disc, this Mamba, and this smoked it easily, and so there was no reason. They have a similar flight. So anyway, this is my first throw of the day, but we are going to start the competition right now. 1 point to whoever wins the warm-up throws. Let's start with the trail. Yep, okay. I was aiming right at that bright green bushy tree, so you can kind of tell the line if I hit it or not, etc. Let's go with the Topo Tahoe Mamba. Man, that is such a nice disc. They're both such nice discs. And now, let's see if the Premier Q-Line DD1 still has some magic in her. Oh, I did not get a good snap on her. So that'll be a good test to see how that weak fluff throw compares to 2 primo throws with the Mamba in the trail. Let's check it out. All right, well, even on a fluff, the DD1 beat out a good toss on the trail, but the Mamba bested them both with a great throw. So start with the Mamba first. And the Premier Q-Line DD1. Oh, I got snap on that one for a laser. And last but not least, the trail. And fair flare skip in front of the bush. Okay. Well, Mamba takes it again. All right, let's try for that boat way over there. Oh, kind of turned that one over, didn't I? All right. Let's see if the Premier DD1 has that same kind of issue. Same line, but look at it fight back. Wow, look at that fight back. Yeah, it's trustworthy. And that's the weird thing about the DD1. I was trying to explain this to Jason. I don't know if I was making sense when I was trying to explain to him why I loved it so much, but it feels like the DD1 has, for my speed, for the amateur arm that's throwing maybe 300 feet, it has high speed turn, but then immediately has a ton of low speed fade, so that you'll get a ton of distance, because when you power it up to 300 foot speed, 50, 55 miles an hour, it has a lot of turn and a lot of carry, right? And the glide, the big dome, the glide is just kind of pushing it that way, keeping it up while it's turning. And then the magic part is it won't burn over for you, because as soon as it starts slowing down, a ton of fade kicks in and brings it out, starts panning it out. So it's not, if you throw 300, 350 feet, 370 feet, it's not a roller at all. It can hold a hyzer, it can do a flip up, and it has a lot of integrity not to burn over. Anyway, enough rambling, here's the trail. Trail as well has a lot of stability. It's definitely my more overstable choice when I don't want to burn something over, and so I'm afraid to use the Mamba. As far as max distance shots, my own max distance shots, it's Wraith for my overstable if I want a lot of stability, a lot of wind fighting. And even in the wind, my Wraith will turn quite a bit, but it'll always fight back at my arm speed. And then it's the Wraith for the dead straight stability, max distance. And then it's Mamba for the slightly understable max distance, because even though it is a Mamba, it doesn't fly like a -5 at my arm speed, especially as a Halo Star. It flies, like a -2, 1, or -1, maybe. Probably -2, 1, I'd say. Because a trail, I would give a -1, 1. That's a very neutral kind of a disc, so that's what I'll say. Wraith overstable, trail straight, Mamba understable. And then this DD1 hits that Mamba understability with taking out a lot of the chances of it being a roller. But it's also, has much more understability than the trail, because it has so much turn at high speeds. Yeah, interesting. That was another broken record for the DD1. 328 is now my all-time distance record. All right, everybody knows the rules. One throw, and then we give a score. This is, of course, the 530-foot par 4. So we're going to battle the DD1, the Mamba, and the trail, and see if anyone can get a birdie. Let's start with the DD1. Oh, that headwind almost turned it over, but it panned, landed flat. You have to be extra careful with that here with the Mamba. Uh-oh, nope, I don't think there's any. That's got to be out of frame. Well, yeah, no miracles happening there. And the trail. Yes, look at that baby go. Handles a headwind like a champ. Let's go find that Mamba. All right, the trail's like 270. Not great, not terrible. Let's try to, put it where it goes. Around that corner. The headwind really took a lot of distance off, so let's see if we can gain some back. Come on. Oh, come back. Oh, come on. How are you not going to come back around that corner? Oh, man. I thought it was going to fade there. No such luck. All right, let's head back to the DD1, and I'll show you what that shot's looking like. All right. That low bullet with the DD1 went 260 something feet against the headwind. Not great, but let's see if she can redeem herself by getting to the basket. Now I'm gonna have to make sure I get a good hyzer on it. I don't want it to flip over. Here we go. Wow, that's so much distance. I might have just went into that guy's yard, that was so far. That like went way back there. I hope that didn't go over the fence. Jeez. All right, here's the Mamba that went pretty much sideways, but hey, at least it's got a good look at the basket. Turned over in the wind. Right into the dirt pile. Oh well, there's the DD1. Went over 300 feet and way past the basket, but here I am with a 30-foot look at a birdie, even with that short drive. The DD1 saved the day and gave me more than a birdie look, because it didn't just get to the basket, it got past the basket easily. Now, let's see if the putter's warmed up after 0 putts today. Nope. Nope, it ain't. Oh, wait a minute. I don't get a putter. That's right. What am I talking about? Oh, if that would have trickled in. Oh, that would have been hilarious. All right, so that's a 4 for the DD1. It's a par. Let's see if the other guys can get a birdie. There's the trail. Pretty good job. It's definitely a stepper distance, right? Okay. Too bad I don't do steppers. Huh. Well, look at that. The old dirty dog, the Mamba. I was looking for her for a while. Forgot she crashed into this dirt hill. Well, not exactly a look. That understability cost her any look. At least the trail had a tiny look. Ugh. Ugh. This isn't just dirt. This is ashes. Fabulous. Woo! Well, you thought for a second, didn't you? I did. Well, so there you have it. I'm not even sure that Mamba is going to be a guaranteed birdie, but from what I can see, the DD1 gave me the best look, even after a rough headwind, low 260-foot shot. That might have been the shortest drive. And then it was the longest upshot and gave me the best outcome, the best chance. All right, let's see if I can put this away. 4 par. 4 par. And 4 par. Like I said, no one was able to save the birdie, but the DD1 broke my distance record again. Got me the best look on this 530-foot par 4. And it just outperforms in terms of not burning over. Mamba burned over twice, which can cost you dearly. So this is maximum distance and maximum wind fighting, maximum trustworthiness. So I think I'm gonna have to give it to the DD1. I think Mamba out of the bag. Trail stays, Wraith stays, DD1 Premier Q line stays.